By now you've probably had a chance to look at some of the basic features in Timebinder. This video will take you a little more in depth with the data tray and how data objects in Timebinder interact. The data tray usually appears on the upper left-hand side of the Timebinder interface. The data tray is where you manage and configure data objects in Timebinder. There are 4 kinds of data objects. They are data sets, data set groups, import sets, and result sets. Data sets are the most basic kind of data object. When you launch Timebinder, you'll find an empty data set in the data tray. This data set is like an empty page. You can add data to it by using the Add Point tool in the render area, or by manually entering data in the data view. You can add a new data set at any time by clicking the New Data Set button at the bottom of the data tray, or by selecting Data Set from the data menu. Dataset groups are folders that you can aggregate other data objects into. You can create a new dataset group by selecting New Dataset Group from the data menu, or by clicking the button with the folder icon on it at the bottom of the data tray. When you put more than one data object in a dataset group, their contents are aggregated into a superset. You can view the contents of this superset in the data view by highlighting the dataset group object. New dataset groups do not have any visualization objects applied to them. In order to visualize the contents of a dataset group, you'll first have to add a new render tab and a new timeline to it. These commands are located under the render menu. Import sets are datasets generated through an import module. You can create these objects using the import submenu on the data menu. These objects have settings related to the outside data source they connect to. These settings can be accessed by turning the disclosure arrow on the right-hand side of the import object. As you can see, an Excel import has a file path and data refresh controls. And a Twitter import has search terms and periodic controls. Result sets are data Result sets are data objects generated by processing modules. To create a result set, select the type of processing you would like to do from the processing submenu under the data menu. A result set has settings related to the type of processing that created it. Like with the import sets, these settings can be accessed by turning the disclosure arrow on the right-hand side of the result set object. This descriptive statistics set has controls for selecting the data to be processed and the period at which it should be processed at. Any object in the data tray can be deleted by selecting it and clicking the trash can icon. By using these objects in different combinations, you can import, process, and aggregate data from a wide variety of sources. To learn more about import and processing, check out some of our other screencasts. Thanks for watching.